Welcome to Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm Josh Coan.
I'm Carter Burquest.
Today we're talking about the dysfunctional Minnesota Timberwolves. We held off doing a Wolves preview video because we were kind of waiting to see what would happen with Jimmy Butler and even maybe Tibbs or what's going on. Well, we still don't know, so we're just going to do a preview anyways. We're going to talk about the Wolves season. Where do you think the Wolves finish at the end of this year?
Yeah, it's really tough to say for the reasons that you just outlined right there. This whole Jimmy Butler situation is going to completely affect this season one way or another, that whether he stays and we deal with the dysfunction all year or we trade him and then we have to see what pieces we get back, it's going to have a huge impact on how this season plays out. So it's really tough to gauge one way or another. I think everybody here knows my feelings on the Wolves right now. I am not in a great place mentally regarding them. As they just continually seem to just upset me in every way that you can. So my preview may be a little bit negative here. I think at best, let's say Jimmy Butler plays the whole year, which would be a mistake, but let's say he does and is with us here. I think at best you're looking at a 7 or 8 seed like last year. I think that's best case scenario. I don't see us being any better than that. The West is just too deep. Adding LeBron to the West just adds another team to compete with. You know, the Lakers are going to figure it out eventually here and be pretty good. Obviously, the Warriors, the Rockets, the Thunder, the Jazz are better than we are. The Trailblazers, the Pelicans, those are all teams that, you know, are for sure probably better than us. You could maybe make an argument that we'd be in the same class as a few of them, but all of those, I would argue, are probably better than we are. I think a 7 or 8 seed. I think it's likely Jimmy Butler gets traded, in which case that takes us completely out of the playoff picture for sure. And that's really what I'm hoping for, to be honest. I'm hoping to move on from the Thibodeau era. Let's get this restarted. We know this is not working. It's not going to work long term. Let's just flip it, start the rebuild now instead of treading water.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to be much more positive and excited than you are right now. I'm kind of in the same place with the Wolves right now, a little frustrated. With where not with where the team is right now, it's more about the direction of where it's heading, and I don't see any really good future with this team. So, I mean, I would say, again, you got to do it like you did both ways. If Jimmy Butler stays, best case scenario is maybe making the playoffs. And again, 7-8 seed, I'm not just trying to copy you, and I don't even know if they make the playoffs with Butler, because can a team really last 82 games when there's that much dysfunction and they really don't like each other? I know as an athlete you can sometimes put things aside when you step on the court and you can say, I'm going to do what's best to win this game. But what happens when, you know, Wiggins is open but Jimmy takes the final shot? Are they really going to be okay with that going forward? What about, I mean, Cat looks like he just hates his life right now and just doesn't want to be there, which is so frustrating because Cat's thing, you could question his work ethic or he stays up too late playing video games or whatever, but he has fun. That's never been a question. He enjoys the game, he brings energy, he has a lot of fun, and he hasn't this year. And I do think that whether you agree with Butler about Cat and Wiggins being soft or not, this is not leadership. This isn't how you do it. This locker, I don't believe that this team can hold together for 82 games. If somehow magically they have an actual come to Jesus meeting and they become best friends, the talent is there for this team to be a top 4 seed in the Western Conference. I really do believe that. I love adding Tolliver and some 3-point shooting. Okogie has played really good as a rookie in the minutes that he's been given while Wiggins has been hurt. I think the talent's there, but I don't think the chemistry is important, and I don't think they have it at all in any way, shape, or form. The guys don't want to be there. They clearly don't want to listen to Tibbs. They don't like Tibbs. Even Jimmy Butler, apparently, who we all thought, oh, these guys are best friends, they're going to be great. Jimmy doesn't even like Tibbs. Apparently, if he wants to get out of here so bad, you can't win with that kind of dysfunction. So even with Jimmy, I think we're a borderline playoff team at best. And I think if Jimmy leaves and we get younger pieces, which Tibbs doesn't want to do, but either way, if Jimmy leaves, we're not making the playoffs this year. Full rebuild mode, I don't know. I mean, you still have Wiggins and Towns with a ton of upside, and they're really young, so I'm not ready to go full rebuild. But if you can get some picks or some young assets for Jimmy, then I think the direction of the team might start heading the right way for the future at least. But this season, I mean, I don't see us any way that we're actually going to be competitive in the playoffs or anything this year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the rebuild conversation is another conversation to have down the road once Jimmy Butler is gone, whenever that is. But on the positive note, Derrick Rose has looked pretty good this year. Surprisingly, we'll see how long he stays healthy. Okogie's looked really well as well. He's everything that we want out of Wiggins, to be quite honest. Everything Wiggins doesn't have, Okogie does have. Wish we could just combine the two players and we'd have an absolute superstar, but we don't at this point. But it's been a pleasant surprise, so that's a good thing. Again, playoffs is highest possibility here, and that's if everything goes well. But I don't know. It's a rough sailing right now.
All right, yeah, let's end on that positive note of this Wiggins-Okogie hybrid that we're gonna work on in the lab, and that's the one positive note we have for the Wolves right now. So let us know what you guys think. What is the ceiling for this Wolves team with or without Jimmy Butler on the roster? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.